Hey everybody, welcome to the Let's Play Leak. I'm John as always, and it's time for Steam Roulette number 9, Rescue Everyday Heroes. This is a bit of a disappointing episode because this game is not remotely what I thought it was. I bought this game in a large bundle, one of the off-brand bundles, probably Bundle Stars or something like that, thinking that it was an old game that I used to enjoy called Emergency, which was almost kind of a puzzle game of sorts involving emergency vehicles and rescuing people and things like that. This game is similar to that series of games, but not quite there. So I'm loading up a game in progress because the first hour was pretty damn boring. There's this entire part of the game that I haven't really investigated. I've read the tutorials, I've read all the help little pop-ups that appeared, and I still don't quite get what you do here. You've got your various little firefighters. There's this guy, Alejandro Sarasti. He's working in the command center because I told him to work in the command center. And that gives me more units available on mission. And he's got traits. He's a joker, and he's got schadenfreude. He's a mechanic, and he's a novice strategist. He's got skills, and I don't understand what any of them do, because at least an hour into the game so far, this could be Alejandro Sarasti, this could be Jonathan Norris, this could be Billy Bob Joe, and they all seem to operate the same. I just recently unlocked, I believe, paramedics. I believe R. Lindman here. Oops, that's Jonathan Norris. EMTs. I unlocked some EMTs. So I'm starting to get some varied missions where not only do I put out fires, but I also rescue people and take them to the hospital. You can buy props for some reason. I could buy an air cooler or a basic sofa or none of these seem to be changing things. Sinks or trash bins. Again, I don't see anything that these do other than, kind of make my place look a little bit more unique. I've got a guy who washes the trucks now and then, and I can buy more trucks. But yeah, this part of the game, an hour in, seems pointless, unfortunately, but thankfully we can click the little alarm and we go into alert phase, which means that we can get calls, we can get emergencies, and then we have to go and solve those emergencies, and that's a bit more fun than looking at my firefighter pushing buttons on his computer. We got a mission! Convenience store fire. A fire has been reported in front of a convenience store. The origin of the fire seems to be a malfunctioning air conditioner. The fire is threatening to spread to the store interior, so we should make sure to extinguish it as soon as possible. Just a sec. No, we'll go to dispatch. So, our fire is up here. We're here. Again, not that any of that really seems to matter. We're going to send a fire engine. So down here, we've got what we've been told, and we're told that we need firefighters. We need at least 2 of them, and we don't need any paramedics. So we're going to send a fire engine with all 3 of my firefighters. I've never really seen it point for the 3rd firefighter, but I have him, so they're going to go out. So we're going to proceed to that mission, and we're going to save this convenience store. It's up here, apparently. It appears that we're in the middle of nowhere. So we need to select our truck, and it runs kind of like an RTS. RTS controls, you can select things and right-click to move, etc. We're going to head down this highway. Let's go check out this fire. Okay, so we got on the off-ramp. We're going to come into the parking lot here. The nearest fire hydrant is here, so that's good. So we're all going to pile out of the truck. And this fellow here is going to go into the truck and get a main coupler. It was really confusing to figure out how to get the hose connected up. You need a main coupler. He's going to go connect that main coupler to the fire hydrant. This firefighter is going to get himself a hose. This firefighter is going to get himself a hose. The hose connects to the main coupler. That will save you about a half an hour of time. So he's connected the main coupler. We're going to send him as far away as possible to set the main coupler down. These guys are going to come over here. And they're going to hook on up to the main coupler. And then this 3rd firefighter, he doesn't have much. There's a fire extinguisher he could get if he really wanted to, but that's not going to do much good. So he's going to put out that flaming pile of garbage over there, and he's going to start putting out the front of the store. What does this say? Does it say police department? Oh no, price something or other. So you can see the little bars going down. When the bar goes away, the fire is extinguished. I would prefer that you fight the fire in the building and not the pile of garbage for the time being. So yeah, this guy, he can go in here and grab a fire extinguisher, but that's not gonna do much good. We'll have him go and extinguish this little bit of the fire there, and the fire extinguisher will very rapidly run out of fluid. So you can also connect the main coupler to the fire truck itself. It has a reserve tank in it, but it runs out relatively quickly. On a fire like this, it would run out very, 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 very fast. All right, continue putting out the dumpster. Is there any fire in the backside? There's not. It also doesn't really look like there's an interior to this building, so I feel like the overview is lying to me. I don't think it's going to spread to the interior at all. All right, dumpster fire out. Let's continue putting out this. He's still spraying, so it looks like that fire extinguisher is lasting a little bit longer than I thought. So we're going to head on over here, put out that fire, put out that fire. Can you guys reach? Yeah, you can reach. Awesome. That's a lot of hose. A lot of hose. Lowest prices guaranteed. Not for a while. Not when their insurance goes up. All right. Can we reach the back side of the building here? Oh, his fire extinguisher is now totally gone. So he is now useless. Ah, the dumpster's on fire again. Guys. What did I tell you? Now there's bushes on fire. You stand here and watch. And if the fire happens, yell fire. You guys, go put out the flaming bushes. Any fire yet? It's all on you, R. Foster. You tell me if there's any fire. All right, that's another bush out. Is the water tower on fire? That's not good. It's full of water. There we go. So there we go. 3 minutes, 37 seconds. We successfully did it and got $2,000. The owner of the Price Mart. Oh. Convenience store expressed his gratitude for your efficient firefighting in an email we just received. He couldn't call us. He couldn't come to the fire department. He sent us a freaking email. Fortunately, the damage was limited to the old air conditioner unit and the exterior of the storefront and the bushes and also the water tower. And no merchandise was damaged. So there we go. We solved a fire. There really wasn't much to that. There wasn't any real threat of danger. I've got a whole bunch of money. I don't know what to do with it. We're going to go to alert phase while I talk a little bit more. So the emergency series that I had hoped this was like a puzzle game. Yeah, you get a monthly performance report, and I've never lost money because I haven't failed a firefighting mission yet. But emergency was very much like a puzzle game. Something would happen. So a church would collapse during renovations, and there are construction workers pinned under objects and hurt over here, and there's a fire over here, and you get a selection of vehicles that show up. So you'll get, a fire engine, and you'll get a fire chief truck that has some cool tools in it, plus some ambulances, and a big heavy lifter to lift rubble and stuff like that. And you basically have to figure out and basically do triage and figure out who needs help first, so that you can get everybody saved without anybody dying. And it was a really cool puzzle game. This just seems like a click on the fire until it's not fire anymore game. Occasionally this happens. Your firefighters get all uppity. So, boss, there's a donation drive for building a new volunteer fire department for our neighboring village. Do we participate with $500? We can't just at the moment. And he loses 2 morale, which again, I don't know what it does. I've seen no effect of morale or jokerness or how much schadenfreude somebody experiences. But I'll be nice and I'll give $500 and bump his morale up a little bit. All right, new mission. Accident at a building site. There's been an accident in the village. Some workers doing exterior renovations on the local church have fallen off the scaffolding. I was just talking about emergency. Apparently this takes some inspiration from emergency. Apparently, due to the scaffolding breaking, this mission requires a rapid medical response due to multiple victims, so send an ambulance with capable paramedics. Maybe an hour and a half or so into this game, I've discovered a challenge. Maybe. So we need paramedics. We need 2 of them. So we've got an ambulance. We happen to have 2 paramedics. So let's go. So paramedics are kind of cool. I just got them, but basically there will be people laying on the ground, and you need to go and inspect them in order to do triage and figure out who's, closest to death, and then help them out first. So we're gonna roll on up here, and these guys just laying here. Oops! Don't run them. No. Well, he probably needs the most help now. So yeah, we're gonna send him over here to check him out. And we're going to send him over here to check him out. And they're going to classify the victims. They're going to figure out who is the most hurt. You can also do some things like call in EMS doctors if you need extra doctors or if you need an extra ambulance. So we've got a yellow and a green. The yellow needs to be treated first. Green is the best. So he's going to go and get a paramedic kit. I believe green is actually just totally fine. Not fine. He clearly fell from, first floor scaffolding. It looks like he's probably in a bit of pain, but I don't think he needs any treatment. I think he just needs to be put on a stretcher and taken to the hospital. Ooh, he's gone to red. Oh, that's not good. So we're gonna go put him on a stretcher. Unfortunately, it takes 2 people for the stretcher, so if we get up, he just magically unwraps him. There we go. So he's green as well. So we're gonna send the other medic over. Oops, he has to put the paramedic, the gigantic paramedic kit, back in the ambulance. Then he can come over and pick them up, help them pick them up, shove them out of the way first a little bit. Pick. Okay, he can't do that. Okay, what's going on here? Walk away. Pick him up. There we go. And put him in the truck. Or put back to container, as the tooltip tells me. He's put back to the container. So this paramedic's going to get in the truck, and they're going to take him to the hospital. And we're just going to hang out with this guy who was in the red and was possibly dying. And we're just going to wander around because we have to wait for the ambulance to get back here. If there was a time limit or anything, I would feel the need to call in a support ambulance to get this guy back. But, uh-oh. I was going to say there's no time limit, but he's slipped from green back into yellow. That still shouldn't be a problem because the ambulance is already on its way back. You can see it driving in now. I don't think this guy is going to die still. So now we can run up here, get some medical equipment, phase through the ambulance a little bit. Ambulance is getting a little bit angry. The other guy can get out and he can get the stretcher, I suppose. Go and get ready to transport this guy. I will say it does have kind of cool design. So the one thing that the later emergency games that I didn't really play did is they would give you kind of a command center in a huge city, and fires would just happen, and you'd have to dispatch your firefighters or your paramedics or your police all around the city, which was kind of cool. I'd like to see that with this, but it does seem that you do get, kind of corralled into these tiny little areas where there's one single emergency happening that so far never really seems like that much of an emergency. So we're going to take this guy back and put him into the container. Person just wandering around. Understood. We're going to get into the container ourselves. Understood. We're going to turn on the sirens because we can. That's a loud noise. We're going to turn off the sirens because we can and head back to the hospital. And that should complete our mission. Again, with no real sense of urgency, except when that guy briefly went from green to yellow. And even then, we seem to have plenty of time. And there we go. Since the workers wore helmets with chin straps, their heads had some protection upon impact with the ground. However, they still suffered severe concussions and some fractures, especially to shoulders and chest. It's specific. Both are already out of intensive care, though. I'm surprised they were in intensive care, to be honest. The wife of one of the workers wants to thank your paramedic crew for their excellent work. Probably through an email. So we're back here. I'm going to do one more mission because that had the briefest suggestion of challenge to it. I just got a recipe for an awesome dish. I can't wait to try it out. Maybe you should work in the canteen. Ralph Gaines trait, novice culinarist. Yeah. So it feels like this is trying to be like The Sims and Theme Hospital and etc. but just nothing seems to matter. Yay! We don't have to talk about this anymore. Storage room fire. A fire has been reported in a tenement. It appears the storage room on the ground floor is in flames. There's a risk of the fire spreading upwards to the apartment, so we should extinguish the fire as soon as possible. Fire engine. Firefighter, firefighter, firefighter. Confirm. Proceed to mission. And we'll see how this one goes. Oof, that's a big building. Alright, so it's an interior fire, which concerns me because I have one fire extinguisher and no way to refill it. Everybody out of the truck. You get a fire extinguisher and go. You get the coupler. Where's my minimap? I don't have a minimap. How will I know where the fire hydrants are? Okay, he's in the building. Second floor? Alright, you get in there and extinguish. Roger. How do those stairs work? Okay, those stairs are going up. I see. It's like an MCS painting there. So, he's going to put those out. Is there a fire hydrant? Alright, so what we're going to do is you guys are going to get into the truck. Oh, you can't get into the truck. I am unable to do that. You guys are going to wander over here. Yes. Going to send the truck over there. Roger. You are going to wander over there. Not the best controls. Oh, there's yellow posts. There's yellow posts, but they only slightly matter. Fine by me. You are going to hook up to the truck. Understood. Are you out of fire extinguisher already? You sure are. What's that? The target is inaccessible. What's that arrow for? Oh, I see a fire hose. Of course, buildings have fire hoses. That makes sense. Get the fire hose. Put out the fire. Will my other idea work? Can you put the coupler over there? And then can you go get an attack hose? Where are you going? Put out the fire. Alright, so you've put that down. You've got an attack hose. Go hook the attack hose up. You get an attack hose too. Yes. And then run as far as the hose will take you. Run as far as the hose will take you. So it could spread upwards, apparently. Ooh, could it ever? Look at that. Flammable rug, flammable other rug, flammable third rug, fourth rug. Rugs everywhere. Yeah, he made it in. Spray water. Spray water. Put out that fire. Now, if this fire does actually spread upstairs, that would be kind of cool. It would be kind of cool that that's a possibility. But again, I don't know that it'll actually happen. It could be that this game gets very challenging later on, and that would be cool. But, I don't think I can stick with it long enough to find that out. There we go, all the fire's gone. We should initiate an unscheduled fire inspection of all the adjacent tenements in the neighborhood. It seems that some inhabitants pile up some of their belongings in the common areas and just leave them there for years. This time the fire team encountered everything from paint buckets to heater machines. That is a wide range of things. Yeah, again, there wasn't much challenge other than figuring out where the heck I was going to get a fire hose from. But I've been promoted to captain because of it, and now I get a support fire engine. Light rescue vehicle. Reach the scene quickly when victims are trapped in a crashed car. Every minute counts. And a heavy rescue vehicle. And a water carrier. What do these things do? Tell me. So, vehicle shop. So we got a light rescue vehicle, which has hydraulic rescue tool, the Jaws of Life in it. Water carrier is just like the fire engine that I have, but has more water. And a heavy rescue vehicle has heavy fire extinguishers, which are more efficient and can be used independently, single use only, and it has one of them. So that's interesting. I mean, there's more stuff appearing, so maybe the game will get a bit more complex. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it, though. I'll probably look up to see if it gets more complex, to see if there's any real challenge associated with it. But as it is, it really just seems like click on the fire until it's not fire anymore, which is sad because that makes me want to play Emergency even more. I think I last played Emergency 2 and the last one was Emergency 5. So maybe I'll have to grab Emergency 5 and show you guys that someday. But that's Rescue Everyday Heroes. That's Steam Roulette number 9 in the can. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me on Twitter at the Let's Play League. You can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/the Let's Play League. And you've already found me here on YouTube. You've got the comment section down below. If you like the videos, you should click those little thumbs up icons. That lets me know that you like the videos. That lets the world know that you like the videos. And that keeps my videos rising up through the ranks. As well, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you should. There's a button below each video and one in the outro of each video. That'll keep you posted on all the latest Steam Roulette's, Kerbal Space Program videos, Hearthstone Tavern Brawls, and any other random videos that pop up here or there, like the aforementioned potential Emergency 5 video someday. But as always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time.